Hello YouTube and welcome back into some Let's Play Civilization 6. Let's do this stuff and things. We need 6 more era score in the next 10 turns. I was hoping to get this. That would have been 2 of it. That would have been nice. What else are we doing that's going to actively give us some era score here? Launching the Inquisition would. A boat would. A horse won't, because we already got our horse. A swordsman would. So a couple little era scores. Actually, I've already got a quality campus. What other quality districts can we get? Just an industrial zone, right? Might be +3 for the boat. Should we find out? My guess is it's not. We could probably look around. Yeah, see, it's not going to be +3. It's only going to be 1. We've already gotten a tunnel, so tunnels have happened. Might get some great people. No, not really. Yeah, quality theater square. That is the last one, isn't it? That is the last one. Ah, unique unit. Yes, that'll pretty much take care of it all. Cool. So we don't have to worry about that. We can wait the 9 turns and get it at the last minute. Is there a channel in the Discord where subs or anyone else can post screenshots of shots like I do on stream? What do you mean, Tip? You could put that in Epics of Civilization or Civ Chat or subs only. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do. We've teched it? Yeah, we have teched it. Thank you. Thank you, Soccer Man. Thank you, Hug. We have teched them. Oh, like seeds? I don't really take viewer seeds. You could put them in Epics of Civilization for others, but I'm not often going to use user seeds. No, I still haven't built a swordsman. That 4 culture from 1 improvement is going to get even better. Just watch. So if I go for Chechen here, how good is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 tile Chechen sounds awesome. So let's unlock it. Let's get our holy site buildings. And let's get another builder. I want to get these tile improvements. I'm also going to grab a trader as soon as I have the faith for it. Awesome, Norse. I love that. Is it highly circumstantial, or do you tend to harvest all the stone? Yeah, I tend to harvest all the stone. The times when you might not want to harvest stone are when it's flatland stone, and if that city's strapped for production. But like stone on hills, you should almost always harvest. Don't you still get era score for a quality district even if it's not your first? No, just your first one. Just your first, what do they call it? Splendid district. If you build a splendid district, you get era score. It's +3 for your first of that type, but beyond that, no. We'll just ignore that. No, there go my tiles. Can repair that. Get rid of that. Is that a Gathering Storm change? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's been like that since Rise and Fall, but I could be wrong. More governor titles seems good. What's up, Jay Wonder? Welcome back for 19 months, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Obviously, Audience Chamber is quite good as Cree, or as Cree. Well, good as Cree 2, but good as Inca as well, giving us 3 extra housing per city. Can alleviate some of my housing problems, which will be good. We're going to remove all the faith from this volcanic tile, but I don't really care. That don't matter. All right, I do want to start that chicken pizza. We're going to build it here. It'll create a +4 theater square spot. Oh, I can actually do it here. And then we can put the theater square right there, and I don't have to get rid of the thing. Did someone just say that? I know someone was talking about this theater square, and I didn't totally read it. Over the cattle, and you can squeeze it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. I see that now, too. Thank you for that suggestion. Good eyes. Good eyes, Nan. Now, I don't have much to chop now for this. So they're going to have to naturally build it. I could chop this tile. Could chop this tile. Could chop that tile and this tile. Actually, it's a good amount of chops. I'll have to buy them, though, which is kind of rough. Hold off on the square. Yeah, we will. Why didn't I chop the Chechen tile first? Because then you can't place Chechen. Can I chop the woods on the deer tile? Yeah, I could. I could do that too. Having watched probably 100 episodes, I've realized it's all about stone circles. Oh, stone circles is so bad. Yeah, I might have to put in the tile buy policy just to snag what we want, because it's a bunch of far out tiles. I think that's a good suggestion, CK. So we can get that market. We can get universities and these other things eventually. Buildings would be good. Yeah, Chichen Itza, just like Mahabadi. Mahabadi has to go on woods. Chichen Itza goes on jungle. And neither of them get rid of it. So that's important. Speaking of buying tiles, I'd really like to put their campus here. It's so troll. This guy's not having a district right now is kind of annoying. Obviously, a +4 makes sense. I don't know what I want them to get. Just build that trader. It's a Eureka. Promotions. We have 1 envoy. We're getting a 2nd envoy now, too. Are there any first-time suzerains left? Yes, in Hong Kong. So what I should do is actually put in Diplomatic League now. We're going to switch next turn, and I can send it out before coming back. Could also send one out to La Venta, but that doesn't actually work for the suzerain if I want it. Oh, I did start a builder, not a trader. Oops. So we don't need this. Just want Diplo League. And I don't think I'm building any builders, so I can actually drop Serfdom for the tile buying briefly here. Again, this is all a 1-turn thing. It's going to eat up a good amount of our money, but I'm less scared. Like back when I was like, I really don't want to spend money is when I had like 7 gold per turn. Now at near 90, we can spend a little money and not feel super, super naked as far as unit upgrades and things go. So we can actually bring in land surveyors for Serfdom briefly and then run all these for exactly 1 turn. They're all exactly 1-turn policies, meaning I want to send this off to get my 2nd one right away. And then we'll suzerain it next time. I will need more builders. We'll get them next turn for all of our chops. Let's go ahead and buy the tiles that we need. Oh, that one too, actually. Next turn we'll buy that one as well. Uses all our money, but that's going to be a fantastic Chichen Itza, and it's going to catch us up in culture if we can grab it. I'm more than happy to snag that. How many charges do we get? 3 charges. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Boop. What are we doing with this? Probably just grab grants. This Congress will be up eventually, and we'll be able to get our scientist points again. Maybe not the best in the short term. But in the long run, we'll need it. Oh, my scout's dead? Yeah, unfortunately. Did Nubia ever declare on me? No. No, they did not. Yeah, actually, speaking of scouts, I'm going to build that scout. I think we're going to need the era score for it, and that'll finish before the end of the era. Would have definitely, Ben said earlier, build an early scout so you can upgrade it. That was a great suggestion that I just totally ignored, so I'm sorry. But that would have been smart. How is New York still pop 3? What's going on there? Baltimore is taller, and they don't even have fresh water. Weird. All right, so all of those policies were one-turn policies. We have policy switches up one more time. I'm going to buy that last woods tile so we can chop if we need to. And then we're going to send off this for era score. We get 2, and they're far away, so we don't really care about the tiles that they grab. And then we can get rid of Diplomatic League and Land Surveyors back for something more useful. Gothic Architecture would be nice. I could go tech that, maybe. Although I don't have a second temple for that, Eureka. I do need more builders, so it probably makes sense to bring serfdom back in. And then I think scripture. We can stay in monumentality another age here. We get to spend all of our faith pretty much, since we're not really going for a faith victory. If I ever thought of having a trusted person set up my seeds, again, I don't mind doing that. That's an interesting idea from an efficiency standpoint, but from a me enjoying the game standpoint, my enjoyment goes way down. The fun of Civ, just like for you guys, is like the early game and exploring and seeing what's up. And I don't really want to create a situation where I don't get to do that anymore. I want this tile. I think I'd rather send this guy down for Chichen Itza, though. Ideally, I'm not chopping these. I will chop the ones on hills here first. Looking at a few leaders for different win cons, can't decide who to play. Matthias, Genghis, Wilhelmina, Jadwiga, Trajan, and Gorgo. If you haven't mastered Genghis Khan, he's a pretty fun specific warmonger civ if you want that type of a game. That looks fun on that list for me. We recently did a again, this is over on YouTube, but we recently did a Genghis game, and what was it? Like a turn, it was what, like sub 130, I want to say, domination. It's pretty good. First real playthrough, maybe Rome then. Rome's super nice. Maybe slightly less powerful than some of the other ones, although Rome's pretty powerful. I don't know. So this will be 4 era score and get us our golden age. We don't have to finish it if we think we can grab it elsewhere. Probably hard teching astronomy. I don't have time to get this university. It's 1,000 gold and I can't afford that. And I don't have the time for production, and I really want to get started on potato here. We also have our Inquisition as potential era score. It's a suzerain shift of Hong Kong. That's fine. We already got our 2 era score from suzeraining them, and everybody else is beyond their first suzerain. So we kind of want to focus on completing quests. I think we do want to buy a galley so that we can re-suzerain here and get more Diplo favor. Oh, this is not. This has not been first suzerain. We could maybe look at that. Yeah, not bad faith per turn with 3 holy sites for sure. For sure. Yeah, probably buying a galley here soon. Swordsman's also era score. Let me get that temple though. Yeah, I'll go discover that here soon. This guy can actually get there. Maybe another city. Or maybe a decent city that was supposed to be in there. The scout does get us to the golden age, but we may not have to use it. We can always save the scout era score for the next one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that galley now. So 2 era score for it. We only need 2 more. And then if I can get... I don't want a great general. I was going to say, this first time suzerain... You know what? Could have done this last turn. We could have moved to Mani for first time suzerain, although I'm enjoying planting down my Rapa tile improvements here. Those are obviously fantastic. If we finish the Wonder, yeah, but we're not finishing the Wonder. It has 40 turns left. 1 era score could be for an iron unit, and then we need 1 more. That could have been it. Renaissance era tech. This will be era score, actually. Although I would have to somehow buy the thing. I realize I'm building this. This is for era score. If I can avoid finishing it this era, I would prefer that. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put theater squares here. I was originally thinking this would be their holy site, but this is fine. This poor city. Wish I could give you something good to do. So let's go to gold. Go to Washington. Five. All right, 5 turns. How can I get this astronomy boost? I don't think I can afford that, even with trades. You don't really have enough to sell. Move the trader to the Wonder Cities. I think it's pretty insignificant. We're going to have enough chops to make this all happen. I'm just trying to get in position at the moment. Yeah, this would have made an okay city. Probably too many mountains, but picking up that cocoa would have been sweet. Get it? Sweet. Go away. All right, how do we do it? University's 1,000, unfortunately. So I don't think I'm getting 900. I mean, we'll get... We need like 600. I think that's too far out. I'm fine letting this finish. But honestly, I think the Iron Unit plus Inquisition just gets us there. So we probably don't need this. I'll let it go to one more turn, though. Just in case. There's my astronomy boost, but whatever. I really want to get started on potatoes, so I think we hard tech it. It's a little bit of overlap, which is weird. Then I want to start spending some of this faith so that we can chop out Chechen to start next era. Set you to auto explore. Good luck. All right, so now we don't have to finish this. We can save this era score for later. Pingala in the cap. Pingala in the cap's okay. Pingala here's just as good, really. Like, they're about to get their university. They're similar population, so that's the same. Obviously, a little bit better as far as great people points with these two districts rather than these two. But your Trajan game, you settled on a resource. It goes away. Why did I do that? I don't remember specifically. What did I settle on, Evil Hunk? What did I settle on? Sugar? Sugar doesn't go away when you settle it, or at least it shouldn't. You will often lose a food on the tile because sugar is often on a marsh tile, and the marsh will go away when you settle it. But if you settle on sugar, it should give you a 3-1 base. And when you do that, you'll get free. Like, every city works its center tile. It's the tile you settle on for free. So like here we settled on gypsum. Normally gypsum is 1-2-1. But city centers always have 2 food. We add in the extra production to the city center and the gold. Plus, then you get the resource and can trade it right away, which is pretty advantageous. Yeah, it just doesn't show it, but it is there. If you mouse over it, you can see it. What goes away when you settle on it? Wheat. I mean, wheat doesn't even go away. It would actually count for like Great Zimbabwe, but wheat doesn't give you a benefit. Rice does. Most of the luxuries do. Flatland stone gives you no benefit. Stone on a hill does. It gives you a 2-2 base. So, Jeep, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We ready to start chopping? Chopping broccoli. Yeah. That shaved off 6 turns. Could get rid of that woods. And actually, this city's going to be really low on Earth Goddess tiles because of all the jungle. So I can probably just get rid of this woods pretty comfortably. Cattle base actually gives you extra food. Trees, marsh, and jungle always go away when you settle them. Yes, indeed, Jerizi. Good pro tip. So what's going to happen? We benefited from everyone else really missing this golden age, and because of that, it felt like this age actually lasted a really long time. We're just coming out of the medieval at turn 129. Feels slow to me. I'm not really sure why. If we look at the economy of everybody else, no one's really rip-roaring on anything, so maybe that was a factor as well. But we definitely benefited from being in a golden age this entire time, while they weren't. So even though we paid a hefty price for this golden age, I'm pretty happy we did it. I still don't have to secure my golden age quite yet. We want to chop the woods, not the deer. Now we're down to 15 turns. He's building Chichen Itza too. So we may want to use those. Well, first thing we probably want to do is use our search function and see who else is building this. Me and him. Ours is already more done. So that's interesting. So we make the overall tile yield here worse. Why is this not healing? That's a good question. I don't know why it's not healing. Not my religion here. Oh, you need strategic resources to heal the units that require it. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Swoofish. That doesn't come up too often anymore, but yeah, that's absolutely it. Boom science, indeed. Indeed. All right, this is the last turn of the era, so this is where we absolutely do have to secure our Golden Age. We can do so pretty darn easily. This is 1. This is 2. So now we're at 103. Secure that, no problem. Then next turn, we still have the option of getting our unique scout, which we probably want to get before we out-tech it. But we don't necessarily have to rush to it either. Why did I pick the 2 and not the 4? So this is actually 3. Or no, it is only 2. I don't want to keep buying tiles. I'm also fine just like leaving these as productive tiles that we might work later on, although the city has a decent amount of it. And frankly, I don't see that this is all that much better when I can keep districting in here. It's slightly worse, but I think it's fine. Is there a list of what gives you era score? If you pop into the Civilopedia and you go to the far right tab here, it's called Historic Moments, and you can break down both the major and the minor moments. You can also search for them once you kind of know what they're called, but the major moments will give you 2 or more, and the minors will only give you 1. But you can peruse that as you will. And then once you're several thousand hours into the game, you tend to remember a lot of them, although not every one of them. Can confirm. I'd really like to buy this tile. This would be a nice one for us to get, plus maybe another tradable resource. Plus, he's got all this extra culture going on, so he's pushing out his borders really, really quickly. But let's just go ahead and go into the next era. No problem, man. We're here to help. Cool. Okay, so we did it. Can also start potato. Where do we want to build potato? Do we want to chop for it somewhere? Do we want to prioritize a theater square around it? That could have been potato, and we would have built it very quickly. And then that could have been a theater square. That's an oopsie. Again, like suboptimal. Oh well. I don't think so, Focused One. Someone told me today that there is no search feature on the console, which is a big bummer, because that's an excellent feature. Okay, so we stay in a Golden Age here. It's our last chance to get a Monumentality or an Exodus Golden Age. Both are interesting options at this stage of the game, depending on what you're doing. We're not going for a religious victory, so Exodus for us is not super good. Monumentality continues to be good. We have good faith per turn and can continue to improve our cities that way. Could also go into coinage. We do have some trade routes, although I don't have them in every city quite yet. I definitely think it's a pretty obvious Monumentality. Nice, Ordos. I was wondering what that was all about. So we'll stick with that. Okay, tech tree wise, we've unlocked this. Other places for us to get diplomatic victory incentives all the way up here in sanitation. So this is going to take some finagling to get, but we can do it. We'll try to get enlightenment beforehand, and we never build neighborhoods, so I'm not going to worry about sanitation. Have to get here for the enlightenment. Can get my 4th trade route to get this Eureka. And we get a merchant who gives us a governor title. It's decent. I'll take it. Could be okay. Cats love keyboards. I think cats just like messing with you is really what it is. I will be faith buying the trader in just a second. This we chop out to finish. Could use a road here, frankly. So I will give you the trader. And then there's still the question of where do we build potato? Static cities across the board. That's decent. Let's go ahead and look at our most productive cities. We've got 35. So 35 is our best, which is this. I wish I owned that tile, because then I could build it here and get a +4 theater square in between here. I could do triple chop here for it. Quadruple, technically. Yeah, next on a hill next to a mountain is what potato needs. So what if I placed it here? Or even up here, and then their theater square could go there, and then their... Oh, they already have a theater square. Let's finish that. Maybe in the chicken city? Oh, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, right here. I'll be out of chops, but this will be a pretty productive city. Find yourself confused about why a city isn't under siege. How can I better understand zone of control? So, quick sieging lesson. Your melee units and horses, anything like that, basically anything that isn't a ranged unit, exerts zone of control. Let's say Ill Kill is my melee unit. It exerts zone of control on all surrounding tiles. In order to siege a city, each of its surrounding tiles have to be zone of controlled, meaning you could siege this city with a unit here, and like a unit here. And then they'd be totally, like, as few as 3 units can siege a city. So if you have a bunch of archers don't apply zone of control unless they have a promotion. So you'll have to be conscientious of those. Zone of control also doesn't exert across a river, so you have to be aware of that. Like if we have a city here, we're not actually applying zone of control on these 2 tiles because there's a river in between. And that's usually the thing that gets in people's way. Zone of control also, like if you're next to a mountain, like this is technically zone of control, this mountain tile, because there's no exit. Basically, you need to cover all the exits. And it's not an exit, so maybe that helps a little. Now here's a city we could chop a bunch of stuff out for Chechen. Actually, this one too. Because double woods, some rainforest, more rainforest, another woods. I like it here. I like it there, I think. +4 campus that I've been dying to buy here forever. One envoy. We still have a potential suzerain over there that we can grab this era. We may want to. The governor title is fine. Who do we want? Reina's quite good in our cap. There's the Jeb coming. The lack of a theater square in her capital hurts me. Don't need the scout yet. We can wait till the end of the era to make sure that we don't overshoot our era score a ton. That's really all the scout's good for. So your builders in these Monumentality Golden Ages have a lot of movement, which is why I'm build exploring with this one charge builder. I don't even see what this is doing. Oh, it's doing all this. Okay, that's fine. But don't overtech it so you can still build it. Exactly, exactly. Scout can scout. That helps with circumnavigate. That's true. That builder can probably scout too, though. Faith by another builder there. Because we want to get to mercantilism. It's pretty far. But that'll allow me to put lumber mills on rainforest, which will make this potato come faster. Okay, no one's building it. That's good. Yeah, Gothic would be okay to snag here too. We really only have one more chop, so it's really, I mean, it's good, but I think the, well, this is close, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. That's 2 turns away. 2 turns away. We should go grab it. Why do I need theater squares? We still want some theater squares. Obviously, this is amazing, right? These tile improvements. We like those. You guys, stop beating her up. That is not nice. You guys are jerks. Since we're getting the policy anyways, we might as well chop. These are beating up England and not me. That's true. That's a good point. Could get some Inquisitors and spread our religion some. The only city it matters is the one that's not converted to our religion that's by Nubia. Military emergency passed. Who do we meet? Fez. Hi, Fez. Fez is cool. Yeah, Cap could use a lumber mill there. Or I could chop it and get a terrace farm. I like the lumber mill better, though. All right, so let's put in the policy. I don't really want monarchy. It's sort of strictly better, but it's worse. It's slightly worse as far as policies. I'm going to stay in Classic Republic for the time being. I'm going to get some builders and then probably hop out of serfdom here. It's the last one I can afford, so let's give that up for Gothic architecture. Make our chops better for Chechen, and then we'll go from Chechen into potato. Yeah, this guy, so this guy has 1 charge left. I'm okay with, that's an acceptable loss to me if he winds up getting taken. And because we're in a Monumentality Golden Age, our builders have extra movement, so this guy has 4 movement. And so winds up making a pretty decent scout. I realize it looks silly, but... So that should finish that, and then we can start potato. We have 1 chop for potato, and then we need lumber mills.
Although it sounds like the end was pretty violent, I think it was safer to be a spectator.
So Chechen gives you 2 culture, 1 production to all rainforest tiles. Makes them super good, and then it got even better when we got the ability to put lumber mills on rainforest at mercantilism, which is what we'll shoot for now. So pretty cool tile yields now with our Chechen. Helps our culture quite a bit too. Obviously our economy isn't exactly rip-roaring here at turn 132, but that's okay. We also went for religion first, so that's a big part of it. And then that becomes a +4 theater square. We can definitely lock it in, save the cost, but we want to go for potato first. So 42 turns away. Lumber mill doesn't mess up the Chechen bonus? Sure does not, no. Nope, 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 nope. I'd prefer these to be mines at the moment, but can harvest this probably. Give them a farm triangle. Help them keep growing. Still just 1 envoy to send off. Fez actually could use a first-time suzerain. Interesting. Yeah, dude, I learn stuff all the time. Don't worry about it. it's a complex game. There's a lot to learn.
Is not gold.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, I learn new stuff all the time. So forestry management also works very, very well as Mapuche. Or who are we? Inca. I'm hearing some music and I don't think it's mine. I'm hearing Kree's music. I don't know. Whatever. Forestry management is great. Because it should, once she's established, add in 2 gold to all these tiles too. So it's the only other way besides Earth Goddess that you can get extra yields on those mountains. All right, on to mercantilism. Yeah, the volcano culture is great. Definitely want you to keep growing. Like this farm triangle. I'd like to buy more tiles. I don't want to be totally throwaway with my money, though. I want to ensure that I get that camp. Having Petra and building a mine doesn't mess up the bonus? Correct. Yeah. That is absolutely correct. I think it's worth buying the horse tile. Barely. Like, this is my next worst tile. It's actually focusing on production, which I kind of approve of. And this isn't that much more production, and I don't really need the gold, so probably not. All right, any policies we want to switch? I do like Gothic here. I really want to get Potato. Then our next major project is Statue of Liberty, which you should keep an eye on the engineers, actually, for the Wonder Ones. None have gone so far this game. So we might be able to snag an interesting engineer or something. Good faith per turn at the moment. Nice, we snagged that tile. I should actually be getting Merchant Republic before mercantilism. Yeah, that's just true. Teddy got terracotta. See ya, Jarizi. Have a good day at work.
Being a mercenary, though, hey.
Galileo is okay. There's my enlightenment boost, which is nice. Oh, and yeah, I was gonna say should apply to unimproved tiles. So Reina applies to the volcano, but not the mountains. Are these considered improved because there's a terrace farm next to it? But that one wouldn't be improved. Huh. Volcano's a feature, but then these don't work. Oh, that sucks. Reina should work on mountains. A mountain's a feature too. I misunderstood that. Just chopping to 120 production, and you only have 50 to pop the district. What happens to the leftover production? So that production just gets carried over into whatever you're building next. If you're getting that chop with a multiplier on it, the multiplier will not carry over. So let's say you have 100 production chop, and you have a 50% modifier in it. That chop is worth 150. But if what you need is 100 of it, that 50 won't carry over, if that makes sense. It used to, and we used to abuse the heck out of it, and I'm very sad that I can't anymore, but so be it. What do I find is the most difficult aspect to deal with in Civ 6 is just the AI coming up and forward settling you. If you don't have enough land, you don't have enough cities, it becomes really, really hard to win. So opening land and your neighbor situation is tends to be the biggest hurdle in my games anyways. Yeah, for 19 gold, I'm doing that. Like to be getting more districts here. I gotta wait for the borders to grow a bit. 2 envoys. Okay, so we can first time Sioux up here. We are going to give them cotton. And then some random hill tile. I don't care too much about the cotton. It'd be okay to sell. We could certainly buy out some of these ones. But I think I'm just gonna send it off. And they can grab whatever tiles they want. Picked the cotton and the sheep. That makes sense. What's up, gay girlfriend games? How you doing? Huge request, thought I'd ask. Because you know I like teaching. I do like teaching. I was watching the Genghis game on YouTube and realized that when you said the Khmer have a... What I said about the Khmer having a terrible page does not describe their actual civilizations correctly. Because I don't have a good grasp on which. Okay, I'm gonna read the next part of that when you send it. I will do my best to help you in whatever way I can. Yeah, that's something I'm working on. Gay girlfriend games. That's definitely something that is on my list. Something I should have done probably years ago at this stage. But yes, I want to make leader-specific tutorial vids. Coast or lake. So yeah, we should get even more of these. This whole lake should be surrounded. It's a 7 culture tile now, and then we just added in a 5 culture tile. Super good. No, I'd make a video for each of them. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Thanks. Cheers. Yeah, it's a city-state improvement. I love the city-state improvements currently. They're great. Let's do that. 7 culture tiles, meh. Yeah, it's Rappa's, to be specific. Indeed. Really? After all this, Rappa. Is it even worth era score in the Renaissance? I don't actually know. Yeah, we could try to bribe them into friendliness. That's true. It's not era score anymore? Okay, then I don't need to worry about it. But I will keep my units right next to it because sometimes you guys do silly things. Here, it's yours. Take it. I should promote somebody. And then there goes my suzerain bonus. They grabbed this tile. That's okay. Yeah, got Artemis, got Chechen, and now working on Potato here. Yeah, I want a bunch more moys. We're gonna get some builders going on. Ally, yeah, we should probably ally with more people. Potatoes 1 Diplo point, so not a ton, but definitely worth getting. Yeah, let's look at bribing people. Having alliances this game would be much better. I want to look at this. Settled near them. Friends with enemies. Settled near them. Lagging on districts. Yeah, okay, miss, where's my theater square in my capital? Yeah, sure. I'm lacking on districts. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow I don't think that's true. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the lovely kind words as well as the suggestion. Gay girlfriend gamers. Appreciate you. Or games. Appreciate you. Okay. What now? Sure. Nice. They cleared it. Once we get Embark Tech, we can explore a little bit more. I do want Harbor Master and Tax Collector with Reyna. Helping our gold out. So why don't we do this? Second time this game we've done it. First time intentionally. So 3 of 5 housing, so the food makes sense. Definitely the silk tiles make sense. 3 turns on this. Hey, what is that? Alhambra? Okay. Gosh, we're long on this video again. I'm going to have to put a cut in here for now. If you're watching over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We're a turn away from a bunch of extra science and exploration, so game is going quite well. Sort of at the mercy of the, Congress if we're going to wind up winning a Diplo. But we've got a good start to it. We've got a 1.5 of the wonders essentially for it, so seems pretty good. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the stream or enjoying this content, don't forget to stop by twitch.tv/thegamemechanic. Come say hi to us in person on the internet. We'll see you then.